Hello, everyone. It's Dr. Sam. I'd like to welcome you to my EyeClarity podcast. This is a show that offers cutting edge information on how to improve your vision and overall wellness through holistic methods. I so appreciate you spending part of your day with me. If you have questions, you can send them to hello@drsambyrne.com. Now, to the latest EyeClarity episode. We're going to play a little game. And the game is, I want you to cover your left eye with your left hand, and I want you to look above the screen. I just want you to look out in the room, just look around, and we're going to talk to the right eye. I'm going to ask your right eye some questions, so you don't need to analyze, just kind of, give me the first answer that pops into your head. Right eye, how old do you feel right now?
I really don't know.
Okay. All right. Do you feel old? Do you feel young? Do you feel ageless? Do you feel like that's a stupid question? I have no idea. I never thought about it.
I honestly, I don't think about that. But I mean, right now, looking around the room, maybe, I don't know.
Just guess. It's okay.
I feel in my 30s, maybe.
30s. Okay, great. Second question, right eye. Right eye, do you know that you're married to the left eye?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, and how's the marriage? Is it balanced? Do you do all the work?
It's not balanced. It's not balanced. I do all the work.
Exactly, right. You do all the work. So, right eye, what do you need that you're not getting?
Probably some rest.
Some rest. Yeah.
I really do.
Exactly.
It's funny.
Yeah. All right. So now you're going to slowly take your hand away from your left eye. And I want you to give me some impressions when you reintroduce the left eye, like things look brighter, clearer, whatever. When you reintroduce
brighter. Yeah, brighter.
Okay. Anything else?
I don't know if they're clearer.
Okay, so brighter, that's one. Maybe more peripheral vision, who knows?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, now I want you to cover the right eye.
Okay.
Okay, what's your first impression when you cover the right eye? What's the first thing that shows up in your awareness?
Everything is very fuzzy,
very fuzzy. Okay, interesting. All right, so
I can see things, but no
it's
clear definition.
Blurrier than the right eye. Okay, left eye. How old do you feel?
80 years old.
Oh, 80. Yeah, wow, you're old. Okay, and left eye. How's the marriage to the right eye?
The right eye is great. I can't do anything without it.
So is it balanced, or does the right eye do all the work?
Does all the work.
So
I try to tell, but yeah.
Okay. And so left eye, what is your belief system about blurry vision? Like what does this blur mean to you?
I don't know.
Well, is it mean something is wrong, something is bad? Or could you get hurt? Are you just withdrawn? What is your meaning of blur? Does it make you happy? Does it make you sad?
No, of course it makes me sad. And it just feels that the eye's always been really incapable, like kind of weak and not able to do its job.
So left eye, what happened to you that caused this? Did this happen in utero? Did it happen at birth? Why have you withdrawn from the world? They've labeled you lazy. So what happened, left eye?
I don't know. I was born this way.
You were just born this way. You have no idea why. And so you're kind of just living this out. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you can take your hand away, reintroduce the right eye, and give me an impression when you reintroduce the right eye.
Yeah, everything's clear. I can see again.
You can see again. Okay. All right. So I want you to get this. This is a really important. I want you to start working with an eye patch on a daily basis, and I want you to start dialoguing and talking to each of your eyes. And whenever you wear a patch, it disrupts your habitual relationship, kind of wakes it up. Mm-hmm. And it's a very different kind of exercise than what the traditional doctor says, which he would say, well, just patch the good eye, labeling it the right eye, mm-hmm. for 8 hours a day and force the left eye to work. No, that is probably the most traumatizing thing that one can do. In this particular technique, you're only patching for maybe a minute or two. And you want to bring an internal connection to yourself while you're patching. And that's why we ask the questions and dialoguing, because it disrupts the same pattern that you've been living under since you were born.
Yeah.
And there's also a labeling that happens: lazy. I'm lazy, lazy eye. And I would see if you could reframe it to say, well, my left eye sees in a different perspective than the right eye. When the left eye is more blurry, it can actually be more intuitive. It can be more receptive. Like, blur does not have to be a bad thing. So I want you to see if you can stop saying left eye lazy, because you're living out that diagnosis that somebody put on you. And so it's going to keep your eye being, withdrawn. So when you wear the patch, you're going to do it equally, because it's not just the left eye and it's not just the right eye. They both have a relationship. And the most important part of the patching is when you take it off and you notice that things look better. Oh, brighter, clearer. So it's kind of accessing a type of neuroplasticity in your brain when you patch and then take the patch away. See, the eyes originate from the brain. Every tissue of eyeball is brain. Mm-hmm. And it starts developing like 2 weeks, 3 weeks after conception. So mm-hmm. when you're in utero. And a lot of times when a child develops lazy eye, it could have been some stress in utero, could have been gestationally. Maybe you were leaning on the left side of your face, or maybe at birth there was some, breach, or, something happened there with the left side, or, maybe in development, there's a certain motor development that children need to go through to develop their eye coordination. And whatever it is, we don't know. I mean, if we did a regression, maybe we could find out, but it's not even important. It's just to start stimulating each eye separately and then bringing them together. Mm-hmm. Okay. And when you bring them back together after you've separated them and you've kind of internally talked about it, it changes how the two eyes are now relating to each other. And that's what you want to do. You want to create something new pathways. Mm-hmm. Right now, your left eye and right eye are living out a certain narrative, and the glasses just cover that over. Mm-hmm. And you need to start exploring what's the collaboration like. And it may be, we don't know, when you go through this, there could be some dreams that come out. There could be some emotions that come out. It's going to be provocative on a psycho-emotional level around the left eye and the right eye. Like, we know right now, the right eye might be feeling a little resentful because it's doing most of the work. That could be one of the reasons why your eyes are deteriorating, because the left eye is not engaging with the right eye. on
Right.
top of this crazy prescription that this
Right.
doctor,
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
so,
totally. And I've been very protective. Like when you mentioned the idea of fear, I've always been afraid of an injury to my right
sure,
eye because
sure,
I keep thinking that if something, and I would even say this, I mean, it's just
yeah,
crazy. I would
yeah.
even say something like, if something happens to my right eye, I could become legally blind.
Well, right. Yeah. So
Crazy. Like
with
I
that
shouldn't
thing
even say that.
operating, your mind is running that energy through your right eye,
Yes.
and it's stressing the right eye. It's like a hypervigilance,
Yes. Yes.
and that needs to stop. Now, there's a technique called NFT, or
Mhm.
not NFT, EFT, emotional freedom technique.
Uh-huh.
You can look it up online, and it's a way you can release your fear by doing
Mhm.
some tapping and
Yes. Yes.
tapping into the fear. I
Mhm.
would do what you can to release the fear
Okay.
so that you stop unconsciously pressuring the right eye to have to, oh my God, because that hypervigilance is also creating a drain
Of course.
about
Yeah.
it.
And you're right, everything is in the brain. We know that the brain is
Yeah,
constantly developing and evolving and coordinating. I mean, the old
right,
ideas about the brain have completely been overturned
exactly.
by
I
modern
mean,
science. So
I just read a study, University of Rochester said 50% of vision is brain. Well, I think it's more than that, but that they did a
I think
research
it's
study.
more. I think it's
Yeah, of
more than
course
that.
it is. It is.
Yeah, the organ itself, I mean, sometimes it's not if you have diabetes and you develop some issues with the eye and the structure of the
Right,
eye and
right.
the vessels, the blood
Sure.
vessels. But in my case, if everything structurally is intact
Yeah.
at a physiological level, then it's all brain. It's
Right.
100% brain, right? Because the
Exactly.
organ itself, like the part itself, hasn't been changed or altered by any means. So it's all brain. So I need to restore it. Yeah, yeah, that's
Exactly.
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay,
So now there are two more exercises in this session. Um, the second exercise is I'm going to send you a link to a focusing exercise that I recommend using both eyes together. It's called the Yin Yang Peripheral Vision Exercise. And I'll
good.
send you a video on how to do it, and I'll send you the chart, which you can print out. It's an exercise that you're going to do, and you're going to have to focus your eyes in a certain way. And when you focus them correctly, you're going to see three images on the
Mhm.
sheet of paper. And when you get three images, that means that both of your eyes are engaging at the same time. So you're practicing visual coordination simultaneously so that both eyes are working together.
Okay.
And you spend about a minute on it. And there's four pairs of symbols. And you're going to hold the sheet up to your nose. You're going to look through it. You're going to push it out to about 12 inches. And you got three images now that you're focused on. Your left eye sees the left, the right eye sees the right, and both eyes see the middle. So now you're re educating your two eyes to work together.
Mhm.
And so you're getting the eye dialogue, which I'll send you that one also. That's what we just did. And then this is the focusing exercise, which you do like a minute or 2 minutes. I would do it like 3 times a day, just to introduce a new pattern to your eye brain connection. And then the third exercise is a relaxation exercise, help the headaches, give you more clarity. So I want to do it with you right now. This is what I want. If you would play with me. I want you to rub your hands together one time for about 10 seconds. And then I want you to take the palms and I want you to cover your eyes, and your eyes are closed. I want you to take a normal breath in through the nose, just a normal breath in. Keep your mouth closed. And on the exhale, I want you to make a low but fairly robust humming sound and keep your mouth closed so I can hear the hum. So go ahead and do one for me. So on the exhale, I hear the hum. I'm not hearing the hum.
Mm.
There we go. Okay, I want you to do 6 of those, just like that. Be robust with it on the exhale so you can feel the vibration. 6 of them.
Mm,
Okay. Yep.
okay.
Okay, keep your eyes closed, and I want you to remove your hands. Keep your eyes closed. And what are you feeling?
A lot of light.
A lot of light.
Yeah,
Okay. Feel
right.
the energy moving. Feel
Yeah,
the energy.
yeah.
And now you can open your eyes and look around. So what you just did there, how do things look? What do you feel? What do you see?
It feels pretty good. Very vivid.
Yeah.
The colors, the clarity.
Yep. Okay. So this is called the palm hum. And this is a relaxation exercise that will release any tension in your eye muscles. And I'd like you to do this one 3 times a day also.
Okay.
And if you start feeling like a headache coming on, instead of doing 6 of them, do 12 of them. And
Okay.
it will release the muscle tension. So any questions?
Um, if I do the exercises, like how quickly am I expected to see some changes or so? What am I looking for?
Well, I think number 1, you're looking for more peace and calming and a loving relationship to your eyes. Less worry, less stress, less frustration. So it's going to show up there on an emotional level first.
Mm-hmm.
Once you release and let go of your current angst around it, and then you go get this new prescription, I think it could be pretty immediate that you're going to start to see more clearly and your eyesight's going to start to restore itself.
Mm-hmm.
And then the long term would be to continue to do these practices, and you'll see the reliance on your glasses be less. And you'll be able to go into a place and you'll be able to read without needing the magnifiers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to circle back around, and I'd like you to work with this for about 6 weeks. And then I'd like to do another session with you where I could teach you exercises to get rid of your reading glasses.
Okay.
You won't be able to do that in this round.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we're just trying to stop the bleeding.
Right, right. Restore,
You restore,
rejuvenate,
kind of
relax.
change the track that you're on.
Okay.
But you'll have days where you're seeing really well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think healing this label of lazy eye, I mean, the left eye could start seeing more clearly. That'd be another added benefit. It's all going to be based on your healing ability. I mean, you're now given a lot of positive things to create change instead of being in the same rut. And I would say that what that doctor said to you about between whatever the ages, that's a myth. You know, that's not true.
No.
In my practice, people are getting better. I'm reducing their prescription every year they come to see me.
Yes. I want to go back to the days when I wear it on bad days, on strenuous periods of time where I have to do like, 12, 15 hours a day of reading and straining, and then I take it off and I'm fine again, right?
Exactly.
That completely changed.
Right. That would be another benefit, but I would do these exercises throughout the day. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned something from the EyeClarity podcast show today. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure to subscribe on iTunes or Spotify and leave a review. See you here next time.